Lord Foog the Toast. Sorry, I've been holding that stim in. Alright, welcome to hell, everybody. I do regret to inform, right? I did start... Oh, crap, hold on, In keeping with my tradition of not doing all the starting soon stuff during my starting soon, I didn't, like, position my chair and calibrate everything correct. Goddamn, my pillow's still on. Welcome, Ocean. Yippee! Hold on, let me just Shaboopus? I'm probably going to move from this position a lot. I always... Oh, hold on. There we go. Anyway, I did start things a little bit early because I wanted to kind of just chill for a minute, give things a little bit of time. I'm also, as it so happens, sipping a little bit of soju. Oh, mohoko soju, mushikochi jachingo bing chilling, or rice and noodles. Holy crap, I'm going to hell. But point is, noodle.
That's what I'm gonna call my penis. And then I'm gonna smack you right in yours, little boy. I'm gonna smack you right in the penis.
Alright, my whack-ass sense of humor aside. Also, I need to stop doing that. Gentleman on TikTok was talking...
Oh, Chris!
Gentleman over on TikTok was talking about how you can damage your voice permanently doing that. Yeah, I might be not the most intelligent individuals of individuals. You catch my meaning? Catch me outside. How about that? Holy crap, why did I remember that? There hasn't been a meme since the frickin' Dark Ages. Oh. Right, I was saying that frickin' I'm in this bad habit where I always position myself in like a formal desk sitting manner, like, you know, both feet on the floor, knees at a 90-degree angle, my back's flush with the backrest, and then I calibrate my hey Otto. And then I calibrate my facial expressions, and then as soon as they're calibrated, I like push away from my desk, crisscross applesauce in my gaming chair, and I enter the shrimp posture. How the fuck did I get first? I don't think Ocean knew that there was a first redeem. Good news, though. It seems we may be free. It appears to be that way, which is very fortunate. You know, free of the thing. You all know the thing. Speak not of the thing. Sweet. So, I guess we can just chill here. The interview's not meant to start for another 15-odd minutes. So, I'm just sitting, enjoying the rain ASMR, sipping soju, realizing I forgot to turn on my ring light. I've been using my lamp this whole time, like a stupid person. I paid $30 and waited 4 days for this stupid ring lamp, and then I never use it. Wait a minute. Where's the ring lamp controller? Oh, Lenore! Hey, Lenore!
Nice penis.
What the frick? I need to swear less profanity, right? I'm working on it. Oh, there it is. It's under my Xbox controller. Hold on. Boop. I'm playing Star Citizen. I stubbed my toe. I'm not familiar with Star Citizen. It sounds rather erotic there. Yes, homoerotic indeed. Because you're playing it, and you are gay. Now that I'm in like a more natural posture, like natural, I say, like I'm not in the shrimp posture right now. I'm gonna touch you. Yeah, you know what? That's it. Jarvis, put her on the island. I happened to have my V-Bridger open when like I started smiling and laughing, and the little shit goblin facial expression thing my V-Bridger's doing. Oh, it's glorious. I look so stupid. Oh, good times. Good times all around. Good times down yonder. Good times uphill. Good times on the route your parents used to take to school. All that good stuff. Good times are where? Also, made the mistake of opening up Twitter, and I found I'm getting distracted by this picture of a hedgehog just violently screaming at the ground. I'm putting this in the Discord. Oh yeah, my sleep schedule's still ass. Okie doke. You know what I need? I need an emotional support capybara, and I need to configure my mouth to move when I talk better. But more importantly, I need an emotional support capybara. That's what I need. And to figure out how to disable whatever active profile I have on Skyrim. So I can play it without y'all seeing what sort of mods I have installed on that bitch. Yeah, what are we looking at? Yeah, what are we looking at? Yep, we got another 15 minutes. And then we should be ready for the silliness. So, I guess just enjoy yourselves in the meantime, gents. It's a pleasure to have you all. Also, just remembering I need to hold on. Hodo was kind enough to, or Hodo's wife was kind enough to give me this software that she was talking about, the Logitech G Hub, whatever it's called, where it lets me configure my mic and all that. So like hopefully I'll find a way to block out my clickety-clackety ass keyboard. I just said I would swear less. Why can't I? No. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. But I'm a femboy. Profanity is built into my very being. Went back on Twitter. There's a fucking McDonald's employee with a bastard sword. I'm putting... Hold on. I'm putting this in the... What the... Oh, it's installing. Nice. I'm setting this to reverse. Oh, this is some good stuff here. What the fuck just happened? What in God's name? What? Okay. Hello? Whatever you had me install, it just disabled everything. Like my mouse and key, it turned off the RGBs for my mouse and keyboard. And like they don't work no more. Oh, there they are. They're back. Never mind. Yeah, fine. You can set automatic days. Yeah, you got behind my home. I don't care. Testing. There you go, you little shit! You little shoot. Dang it. Frick! I'm really trying here, guys. Combining the rich performance of a dynamic microphone with the customization and power of digital tools for an incredible gaming and streaming experience. Manual gain control. Yeah, I have that. I need to turn that up, actually. What's blue voice? Dynamic microphone. Closest to the mouth while rejecting room noises. Key clicks. Well, we know that's not true. Okay. Pickup pattern is focused on your voice. Okay, so that's okay. That makes more sense. Nice and wispy, cleaning game voice sound. Cleaning. What am I on about? Solid white means your mic is powered on. Green means your mic is actively delivering audio. Red means your gain level is too high and causing clipping or distorting. Okay. It doesn't actually go back to white if I stay quiet. That's unfortunate. That would have been pretty neat. Cyan means your mic is in smart lock audio mode. Oh, after you're happy with the gain setting, click the wheel to enable uses professional quality. Oh. That's pretty neat. Okay, so let me turn my gain audio up a little bit. And then... Okay. So in theory, everything should be coming through a lot wispier now. Powerful setting. Powerful set of effects and tools to make it sound loud and clear. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, stop testing. Alright. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear my keys clicking like a queer person? Alright. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear my keys clicking like a queer person? You can very much hear my keys clicking like a queer person. Do queer people click? I don't think they do. I don't know why that's what I went with. Press play to listen to your voice in a loop, update, blah, blah, blah. I don't have a boom arm. Right. Does it sound at all different now that I've enabled the funny man, like, blue voice thing? Let's test it. Does it sound at all different now that I've enabled the funny man, like, blue? It does not. You can still hear me hammering my keys. Ah! Okay, no, I don't want fixed. Let's do... What's pulsar point? Oh, that's pretty neat. Yeah, let's go with pulsar point. Okay, but how the hell do I get rid of the stupid keyboard noise? Wait, what's this do? What? I just did something, I'm not sure what it did.
I just did something. What the fuck did I just do? Like, is that coming through on stream? Can you all hear me? Like, what the? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I found a voice mod! I have way too much fun with this. This did not resolve my problem even slightly, but it did give me a really neat friggin' like voice mod stage one. Oh, I can go on Helium Chipmunk.
What's helium chipmunk sound like? This is the question I want to answer. This is the question I... Oh, it's that cancerous little gremlin sound. Okay. Hold on. Let me do a little...
Then if I turn it back off, it should be back to normal. Back off. Yep, there we go. By the way, I'm testing my voice by just pulling up my stream and unmuting it. The latency lets me hear my own voice. Okay. Neat. Fancy that. Now, how do I block out the keyboard noises? Sampler. Ambient sounds. What? Why does my mic let me play air raid noises? Why does it come with a soundboard? It's given Hodo PTSD from World War II. Hodo, you sent me a 7.5 minute long voice note. or more importantly, you sent a 7.5 minute long voice note to me. Look, I'll listen to it eventually, I promise. I promise I will. Just don't whip me again, massa. Wow, I need to think before I say things. Mods. Air raid this woman. I might be the teensiest little bit of a bad person. His wife actually... Oh, well... Call her a donut, or whatever you British people call each other. You fucking donut! Wait, you're not British. Right, you're... Danish? I promise I'm not trying to offend this time. I'm just dumb. I'm trying here. Okay. Yeah, that I did. These nuts. You're welcome. We'll tell her thank you. I still want my frickin' war capybara. That's what I need. Listen to it. You can speed up voice notes? Since when can you speed up voice notes? Oh, I fancy that. You can speed up voice notes. It only goes up to 2 times, but if I click it after 2 times, it cycles back to 0.75. Hey, Space Peanut! Welcome to what... Hodo's wife made the mistake of giving me a voice mod and a soundboard. So,
Give me your foreskin. I have laid claim to your foreskin.
I'm having far too much fun with this. Alas. My joints hurt. Alcohol is supposed to get rid of the pain. Friend sends a 30-minute voice note. How do you even hold that stupid button for 30 minutes? I only got a 5 skin. Well, good. You won't miss 4 of them. Bro has it. Forget the one piece. This guy has the 1 skin. The 1 skin is real! You don't have to... hold. I wouldn't know. I don't send voice notes. I'm sure you've noticed I prefer the essay method. I just saw a meme that made a very good point. Are y'all familiar with J.R.R. Tolkien? Do y'all know who Tolkien is? Or was? Y'all know who Tolkien was, right? You're all familiar with a gentleman named Tolkien. And you're all familiar with a gentleman named Hitler, right? Apparently, Tolkien and Hitler fought against each other in the Battle of the Somme during World War I. That never clicked for me. That's... I don't know how to feel about that. I do not know how to feel about that. Your watch is off by 50. What? What? I don't wear a watch. I'm below the age of 70. I only wear a watch when the army makes me, because everyone in the army is frickin' 70. You know what I need? E. I need me some E. You had an hour... What? What do you mean I had an hour beep? Oh, yeah, so remember when I said the army requires me to have a watch? Yeah, it's just somewhere in the room. I don't know where it is, but it beeps every hour on the hour, and it's been driving me fucking insane for like the last 4 months. But... I can't find it, man. I can't find it. It's gone. It don't exist no more. Only the painful memory of it beeping every frickin' hour. It also has an alarm that goes off at 3 a.m. So the fact I still can't find it is a little, ah! You know what I mean? He says, well, it only beeps for a brief minute, and I got old man ears. I got old man ass ears. You forget. Frick, I swore again. Ah! I swear I'm not trying. Also, we're ready to get the actual talk show going. Let me just, like, figure out how we're gonna do that. Hold on, let me disable streamer mode so I can actually hear things. I'd be able to find... Yeah, well, congratulations, you, with your frickin' good ear privileges. Man, look at me. Look at me, my name's Hodo and I have good working ears. Heyo, Toku, how you doing? Hello?
There we go, hello!
Hey, there we go! I'm being made fun of for having old man ears. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Sweet! Hold on, allow me to do a little pro gamer move here. You know, there's a sensation that is unlike any on this planet. Toku, did I ever tell you what I do for a living?
We'll get to that. Hold on.
Don't fall in. Because this right here is funny. I need to bear this in mind for later, because this is funny. Right on. I'm muted up on Discord right quick just so I can mock Hodo freely. Oh, you look at that, Governor. You got to work in here. Look at him. Look at him without his free fucking healthcare. Wanking donut. I kind of forgot Ocean was still here. I kind of forgot everyone except me and Hodo was here. I might be a little bit silly. Oh, just a little bit English. Remember, English is British, right? British. We a little bit British, yeah. We ain't got no teeth, so we can't pronounce things right. I kind of went ogre in there for the last bit. I like Miss Elise. I'm the only soldier allowed to call her that. Everyone else has to call her Mum. But I'm special. What am I doing with my life? I'm stowing that one away, Hodo. I've never called a fruit bat before. That one's new. Also, ever since like the thing happened on, you know, the place earlier, I've been like checking the chat roster to make sure everything's still working correctly. Anastasia, is that yo ass I detect in chat? Is that to whom I bear witness?
Let's meet again. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Toku. My guess is muted.
Oh no, I'm still here. I just muted so I could mock Hodo.
Ah.
My apologies.
At last, meet again. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Toku. Today's lovely guest. If you have an introduction, please introduce yourself.
Yes, hello, gentlemen. It is I, the fabled man of funny.
Hold on. I forgot to unmute your section. Go ahead.
You're quite all right. Yes, hello, gentlemen. It is I, the fabled man of funny. Yes, it's pronounced Scalvier, by the way. If that was, I know it's hard to pronounce, but yeah, yes, hello. I'm the funny silver dragon femboy, autism creature, whatever I even am. Honestly, I don't even know sometimes.
Perfect. All the better, right?
Quite.
Okay. So let me explain the rules of this talk show.
Yeah.
It's very simple. It's very straightforward. It's like get to know, and it's pretty much I'll ask you questions. We both have drinks in front of us, and the simple rule of if one of us finishes our drinks, either of us can't hide it from each other, and we'll just go, "Oh, I'm done with my drink," and the stream ends right then and there.
Gotcha.
All right.
What if I just purely theoretically speaking, of course, what if I have 3?
That's on you. Most of the time, the talk show goes on for at least a good hour. I don't go past that really.
Ah.
Yeah, that way I don't hold my guests hostage too long, and we don't drag out, certain topics and everything.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so first order of business, and I ask everyone these first 2 questions. But we'll start with number 1.
Hit me.
What's your daily life like, be it in character or out of character, if you're comfortable sharing?
Well, you see, it's kind of chaotic at the moment. It's going through a few changes because I have the unfortunate displeasure of being a soldier. Right? I'm actually currently streaming to y'all live from my government-issued broom closet on Fort Hood. So, but I'm getting out for various reasons. But at the moment, aside from all the appointments for like SFL tap for my mental health, for my legs not working, excusing all that, average day I wake up usually around 6 a.m. ish on the dot. Around then, I have my clothes pre-laid out, throw those on, run down, do my mandatory suffering till 7:30. Come back up, take a nap, go back down at 9:30, and then sit in the aid station and do nothing, because I'm a medic, you see. I'm a combat medic, so if there's nobody dying, there's it's not much to do. Unless
Yeah, I see.
Splatoon Sergeant wants to make something to do, but then people get angry. And then
That's usually the case, right?
oh yeah. And then depending on the day, if it's a slower day, because it usually is, I'll go home around 3 to 4 p.m. Come up, and depending on how my sleep schedule is at any given time, I'll either take a nap until about 5:20 and then I'll wake up to do stream, or I'll just play Skyrim or something until 5:30 rolls around.
So you don't live on base?
I do live on base, yes.
Oh, okay. You said go home. I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
off base and then come back on base. Oh.
I need to clarify. Actually, one of the very few perks that comes with this job is my workplace is on the first floor of the same barracks building I live in.
Well, that's very convenient.
So I can wake up at 6, throw my clothes on by 6:05, and be down by 6:10.
Yeah, okay. Nice. And I'm just imagining you jumping in your clothes, like, it's laid out, and you just jump through the hoops and everything's set.
No, they're more like haphazardly tossed over my gaming chair.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All the better.
Funny thing, my roommate moved out to live with his wife full time, right? Before that, when we moved into the barracks room, we had our normal mandatory issued like furniture, right? You have furniture you're not allowed to change, or at least you're not allowed to remove from the room, right? Chairs are included on that, but both myself and my roommate upgraded, and he upgraded twice. So there's 3 extra chairs just bumper card all over that side of the room over there.
Amazing.
Yeah, all up in my VR space.
Oh no. Oh no. Not the VR space.
Yeah, I usually stream from 5:30 to ideally 9:30, but lately sleep schedule's been scrambled, so it's been a little iffy. But ideally...
YouTubers, right? So what is sleep anyways?
Yeah, quite. I've got actually a... we're suspecting it's a genetic condition where it's kind of hard to explain. I can't go to sleep unless I'm actually actively worn. Otherwise, I'm gonna lay in my bed and I'm gonna stare at the ceiling for 6, 7, 8, 12 hours, and I'm just not gonna sleep.
Ooh.
So
Doesn't sound like a very good time.
So between that and the anxiety, yeah, sleep's a little... It's a fickle thing.
You do what you can, though, right? That's what matters.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next order of business. I ask everyone this also. What's your favorite food?
Well, the order that I'd always gone with was sushi in 1, steak in 2, and then crab in 3. But sushi's a bit... But now that I think about it, that's just kind of the menu I always... Or like the top roster I'd always rattled off whenever I got asked that question. But come to think of it, sushi's a little broad. I've had nothing but steak for the last 8 months. And bloody... crab gets caught in my teeth.
Yeah, crab would... I mean, I've never eaten it, so I can't say. But yeah.
To be fair, I don't think you're supposed to manually chew through the shell.
Oh, that's a different thing entirely.
Yeah, well, otherwise I have to, like, squeeze and rip the shell apart, and then it gets frickin' everywhere, and my whole everywhere smells like fish! So,
I mean, it's a big reason I don't eat crab.
Yeah, because you have to, like, go on a whole... You have to complete a whole Elder Scrolls quest line just to get in there and get the meat.
Yeah, and it only heals, like, 5 HP.
Quite.
Okay. Now, next order of business, I have a little more personalized questions here for you. Very normal, very straightforward.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game or games with an S?
I vary wildly, and depending on, like, what period of life I'm in. Lately, it's been a fine mixture of Marvel Rivals, Skyrim, modded to hell and back, naturally, and, crap, I'm blanking on the name. Funny maidenless game. Elden Ring. Yes.
Elden Ring.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
But Elden Ring makes me want to just boot a fat infant across a football field, so...
Oh, no.
You ever get in one of those moods where like you're just so angry and you see like you see like a 90-pound 3-month-old and you're like, I wonder if his flesh would ripple when I kicked him.
No, I don't think I've ever been through that kind of a rage. I'm a generally pretty happy person.
You ever been so angry you crapped your pants? You ever been so angry you just locked up and shit yourself?
No, I don't think I have. Oh no. Maybe when I was younger, but not in this day and age.
I'm reminded, you ever seen that meme where it's like the baby with the Harry Potter wand just screaming?
I think I have, yeah.
I'll find the meme later.
Okay. But that's good. Very, very nice, straightforward games. We like that. Because I've been giving, like, I think a while back, I've been given like a giant list, and you know, I'm just here tapping. I'm like, clock, watch time, hello. Oh, that's nice to know.
Oh, well, I'm glad you've asked about my autistic special interest, and they got a PowerPoint for every single game.
Exactly, and it's like, that's nice to know, but I need to know about this now.
I do actually recall the first games I learned to play in my life were, in order, Minecraft when I was 4, then Dragon Age 2, oddly enough, then Fallout 3 and Skyrim, but I can't remember which came in which order.
Oh, Fallout 3, wow. I haven't played that game in ages.
Which one?
Fallout 3?
I haven't played Fallout since I was like 8 years old.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember trying to abuse the buddy system. And it's like, oh, well, now you have majority of the followers behind you. No, you shouldn't.
Eh.
Okay. And now you also mentioned reading. You still do lots of reading?
It's kind of back and forth. My mental state kind of fluctuates, and it affects my ability to focus for long periods of time. I did actually find this. I was being carted home from, I can't remember what, it was some sort of pointless army event by a friend of mine, right? And he had she had a book in the back of her van. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it was about the lifetimes and the eventual groundbreaking work and discovery of this Chinese mathematician.
Oh.
Who I believe his work consisted of I might be remembering incorrectly, but a gentleman basically drew up a polyhedron that could, in theory, explain the formation and kind of the outward blooming effect of the whole universe.
Okay, well, interesting.
I'm probably completely wrong about that. I don't remember much about the book. It was like a 2-minute car ride.
A while ago. You quickly glanced through it and go, oh, that's nice, and threw it back on the seat.
I read at Mach 7, so I made it to like page 10, I think.
Ah, I see. That is, I understand. And I guess, do you have a favorite book if you have any then?
Well, the first book that jumps to mind is actually Theodore Gray's Encyclopedia of the Elements, where what the nice gentleman does. Theodore Gray is a accomplished chemist, right? Works with chemical compounds and all that. And I seem to recall, whenever I was younger, I wanted to become a scientist. Whenever I grew up and matured. So I went to the library and I found this great big massive black chemistry book. It was Theodore Gray's Encyclopedia of the Elements. And what it was basically was it was this great big frickin' tome where it went through every page, it went through every single element on the periodic table and their composition, their common uses, a little bit of history behind them, had a giant picture of them, went through a lot of their applications, had like their spectrum on the UV light spectrum, so like when you burn them, what color they glow. All that good stuff.
Okay. Gotcha, okay. That's a big book.
Oh yeah, I seem to recall. I was 6th grade. How old is 6th grade again? Well, it's the grade plus 5, so I was 11 at the time. But I recall reading through that book like several times. Oh, wonderful book it was.
Right. And you mentioned wanting to be like a scientist of sorts. Did you know what kind?
Chemist.
A chemist. Oh, right.
Yeah, I remember being quite fascinated with, in particular, the atomic structures and the way that everything's made up. I seem to recall could be like mildly incorrect because I am paraphrasing. I seem to recall, in essence, the way it works is every atom consists of a core, which is made up of protons and neutrons, right? Just bundled together by gravity, and then electrons circling them, right? The amount of electrons, and to a degree, the number of... Get your body ass out of my chat. Sorry about that.
What?
I got a frickin'... You can buy streamers at this site. Like, get your goofy ass.
Oh yeah, we just kick those. We just nicely pinch them and kick them right out the door. Perfect.
Yeah, I have it set to auto ban them, but I still like to yell at them. It's therapeutic. But you can vary the amount of protons and neutrons in the element's core to a certain degree. That's how you get the different isotopes, like the different flavors of a given element.
Hmm. So what's an element you would even, like, say you could eat elements, right? What's an element you would eat or consume?
Well, iron comes to mind.
Iron. Delicious.
Yep. There's small amounts of iron in most food. It's what binds the oxygen to your blood cells. Like whenever you inhale, the lung goes into your lungs, down your can't remember what they're called. The brachials. No wait, the brachials are the arm vein. Bronchi. They're called bronchi. You inhale, oxygen goes down the bronchi, goes into these little sacs in your lung. The blood passes through, kind of passively picks up the oxygen, right? It's iron in your red blood cells that allows the oxygen to bind to the red blood cells, which then carries them throughout your body to oxygenate your system.
So then, in that case, you would just take a giant bite out of a metal piece or something and like, delicious.
There's small amounts of iron in most food, but you don't really need that much. It's a rather atomic amount.
Would you ever say, okay, so for example, you can eat elements. Would you ever take a bite out of, I don't know, like gold or something crazy?
Well, you can. I'm pretty sure you can consume potassium. Like if you find
Yeah.
Wait, no, never mind. That's stupid. Don't do that. Nope. No. Never mind.
Don't eat potassium.
I forgot potassium is the stuff that violently explodes when it comes into contact with water. No, do not eat potassium. You will die.
Nonsense. In the world that we can, it's fine. But in IRL, don't eat potassium like that. Get it from a regular, like a natural source.
Yeah. I think salt was like potassium and chlorine, wasn't it? Hold on.
I
Chemical
think so.
makeup of table salt. Yep, sodium and chlorine.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, because I'm not big on, like, the whole chemistry thing. I was horrible at the class. So I try not to think about the component builds.
Yeah, the class is kind of what killed it for me, because I knew fine well that, like, hey, I'm having a lot of fun having control over this, doing it at my own pace, whatever. I'm learning a lot. If I get put in a class, it's going to absolutely murk any interest I had in the subject. So my mother asked me, hey, do you want to go in chemistry classes? And I said, fuck no! Except I was 11, so I didn't actually say that. But I told her, no, do not put me in a chemistry class. It's going to kill the interest. And then my school came to me, my teacher came to me, my science teacher. Hey, do you want to go in a chemistry class? No, don't do that. It's going to kill the interest. And then my counselor came to me. Hey, do you want to go in a chemistry class? No, I don't want to go. They put me in a chemistry class.
Oh no. Did it kill the mood like you said?
Instantly.
Oh jeez. That's never fun.
Yeah, having something forced down your I like me. Oof, little extra fact about me. Favorite flavor of ice cream, mint moose track. I love me some mint moose track ice cream. Doesn't mean I want to frickin' have someone shovel it down my gullet against my will. You know what I mean?
That doesn't sound very fun.
I mean,
the flavor sounds good, but having something shoved down your throat in general?
Yeah. Yeah, having to like do homework on the subject and having some middle-aged asswipe teach it to me absolutely murked that interest so quick.
I see. Okay, now, next to the topic of science, would there be any crazy experiments you would want to try? Think in like imagine like fantasy-based world, right?
Yeah. Okay, 2 come to mind actually. 3 come to mind, right? The first is related to gears and torque and all that, right? Because I'm not exactly the best machinist. I'm kind of novice in the whole machinist category. But the gist of it, right, is that you can use gears to magnify and transition kinetic energy, right? The idea is if I want to take a gear, right, a gear that's a foot long by a foot long, right, and I have this great big lever to turn it with, it's going to be pretty easy to turn it, right? Well, if I then attach a 1 inch by 1 inch gear to this frickin' massive one, right? You turn the massive gear, it's gonna output a lot more energy because that little inch long gear is moving a lot quicker than you could ever spin it, right? Due to the rotational bada bingus, bada boongus, shabingus, shabongus, or whatever the hell. Like, I'm novice machinist. But in theory, you could use that too if you had a durable enough material and if you had the right output for it. Generate like forward movement. You can make things like underwater swimmy stuff. Or theoretically, no, not spatial maneuverability stuff. I don't think that would work. Because that would rely on air resistance. There's no frickin' air in space. Point is, you can do fun stuff with it. You can use it to launch stuff as well.
So we try to like do a launching experiment. I gotcha.
Something like that. And then I remember there was one like prototype I sketched up. I never ended up completing though. For a weapon, right? Like a flamberg, like a sword, a short sword, flamberg type of deal, right?
Right.
But with a kind of twisted guard that slots into a harpooning mechanism almost. So a sword you could use in melee combat, but it's cork shaped. So you could point it, shoot it, and it would fly through the air about 50, 60 feet. And then I do actually recall one of the more creative things one of my Dungeons and Dragons players did one time. They were in they were in an alchemist's laboratory. I was spouting off like random crap, like there's some raw magnesium, I think it was. Gentleman, because he was a dragonborn, right, with sheer strength, molded the magnesium around the blade of his weapon and struck it. Because magnesium, when it sparks, at least raw magnesium, not the shell it generates when it comes into contact with air. Or wait, no, I'm thinking of aluminum. Never mind, magnesium doesn't do that. But when you strike it, when you light magnesium, well, it's one of the main ingredients in flashbangs. But it glows really, really, really bright, and it burns like a mad motherfucker. So he just kind of took his finger and his thumb and sculpted that shit around the blade, and then next time he fought, he just took his claws, struck it, and he had a flame sword for a little bit.
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
Blinded the rest of the party, but it was a really cool moment.
I'm cool, but the rest of you guys, good luck.
Lamau, get D-visioned, nerd.
Yeah, get D-vision. Everyone gets a nerf, even me. I can't see anything.
Also, it didn't occur to me to do this earlier. Should I knock on you, or...?
No, it's fine. It's alright.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one I've got for you. What are your goals as a VTuber?
Well, that's kind of a complicated question, because I've got like one set of goals that I want personally, and I've got another set of goals that I want professionally, because I kind of don't have much of a choice but to do this like professionally, like for money one day, hopefully.
Okay.
Because long story, but I've actually got my neuropsych diagnosis sitting right next to me, and that bitch is 5 pages long. Like just the diagnosis section is 5 pages long. The whole thing is like twice that. But between that and the physical injury, it's gonna be and the bad schooling. College isn't really an option. Most careers aren't really an option. So professionally, I want to eventually get to a point where I could live off of this, hopefully, or at the very least, live off of this plus whatever disability I get from the army. Personally, I'm just aiming for the 1,000 sub mark, or not sub, freaking follower, 1,000 follower mark.
Yeah, 1,000 subs also sounds really nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I already feel kind of strange about the whole like receiving money over Twitch thing, because it feels kind of like I'm e-begging. But like, 1,000 different people all giving subs, because it's like, what, $20 a sub? I don't know. I think I'd feel a little guilty taking that much money from people online.
No, that is a nice goal. I think it's like a majority of VTubers' goals.
Yeah.
This eventually becomes like a career, right?
Yeah. I would like to just keep it as a hobby, because, like, getting involved with a career, yeah, you get involved with the community at large, you get involved with, like, other larger VTubers, and I bloody hate both of those things. I've met great people here, don't get me wrong. Great people, fantastic people, phenomenal people, just the best people. I don't know why I went with that voice for that. But, like, the people I've met have been wonderful. The larger, big picture community, I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's kind of like staying down in the indies deal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next order of business. You mentioned you like weapons.
Quite.
Are we talking about melee? We're talking about range?
Literally all of them.
All of them, every single one.
It's actually one of the very few like special skills I can list on a job application. You see, is I grew up in a forest with nothing to do and a bunch of fake weapons and a bunch of ships. Why did I say ships? A bunch of sticks shaped like weapons. So,
Bunch of cheap weapons.
in theory, I can and you know Indiana, so lots of gun people, right? We had a lot of guns. I shot my first gun at 5, I think it was. But By the time I shipped off for the army, I own 4 guns. But, yeah, but between all of that, I can, in theory, use almost every single weapon that isn't a complex weapon. Complex weapons being things like nunchucks or whips.
Like, yeah, those are a little dexterity based, aren't they?
Yeah, and I'm a little rusty with great swords.
So you are truly the jack of all trades for weapons, then.
Well, I'm not necessarily good at any of it, but I can use them.
Yep, that's a perfect definition of
Like-
jack of all trades.
Yeah, I suppose so. Master of none and all that.
Yeah. That's cool. What's your preferred weapon, though, if you had to choose?
I'm more of a classic sword and shield gent, or alternatively dual wielder, like dual swords.
Okay.
Both I have found to be fun.
Yeah, and there's many ways to master them as well.
Yeah.
Have you tried like different, like, was it style poses and whatnot? Different, what's the word?
Stances, techniques, styles.
Dances, yeah, all that shebang.
I've done a little experimenting, yeah.
It's always a little fun.
Yep. Oh, martial combat as well, like unarmed. That stuff's really fun.
Yeah, that one's a little harder. You really gotta be in there.
Yeah. Martial stuff I was kind of forced to actually get really good at. However, fighting is really fun.
Would you ever do like a fight club kind of a situation?
Mayhaps. I actually think I've disturbed some of my coworkers, because I've been hounding them for the longest time now. Like, just take us across base to the gym with the boxing ring. I want to hurt one of you.
You're the
'Cause, like-
definition of I'm a medic, but
Oh no, someone call an ambulance. But not for me. But yeah, it's been proudest moment of my military career. Okay. So, they have these things, right? They have fitness tests in the military, right? I got forcibly volunteered to go help another unit with their NTC rotation, right? NTC is National Training Center. Basically, you go out to California and you sit in the desert and you hate your goddamn life for a month. And you come back and you spend another month unpacking everything. But I first went to the unit, right? And upon going to this foreign unit, they made us all take a mandatory PT test to make sure we were all in shape, right? And they had everybody's PT tests and times and all that posted up on a dry erase board, right?
yeah.
And so I was there. There's like 40 people on that board. I think I was the 3rd from the bottom.
That's pretty high. We're low?
No, out of 40 people, I was 36.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So one of the gentlemen, right? They had this thing they do, which only good thing about the unit. Sometimes they take us into the NTC office. They take us into the NCO office where all the sergeants hang out and all that. They'd like push all the desks to the side. They'd move the chairs out into the hall. They'd lay out these blue mats. They'd give you boxing gloves, and they'd let you just beat the shit out of each other. Oh, only good thing about that unit. But actually, number 2 on the PT test, right? So, guy who did second best in the whole platoon I was going with, tall Filipino guy with a name that I cannot pronounce for the life of me. Or wait, no, I do remember it, but I still don't want to say it because it's unique enough that like I don't want I don't want to risk it. But point is, tall Filipino guy, right? One of the most fit people in this platoon decides that he wants to make an example out of me, right? Because that's something NCOs do. I believe it's called hazing, but shh, we don't call it that.
You don't call it that, not anymore.
No, but he calls me out. He pulls me up. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll run against this wanker. And a Filipino guy is unimpaired, right? He can see just fine. I have glasses thicker than my arm, right? And I have to take them off for boxing. So I'm fighting this guy blind. So I didn't know it at the time. I learned later, after NTC when we were talking about it. But the fight lasted, I think, 8 or 9 seconds total after we like started approaching each other. I got told after that even though I couldn't see it, it was because his face had started gushing. Because like apparently I'd hit him right and I'd split his lip and his nose was a little not positioned the way it should be.
Ouch.
But yeah, that was proudest moment of my military career. And then the number 1 guy challenged me to a wrestling match, and I got folded like an omelet. Because it was a wrestling match, and I'd never done like pro wrestling, and the guy was 2 weight classes above me.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Oh yeah. Still, proudest moment of my military career.
So then, I don't know. Are most military people pretty built then, or?
Well, you have to at least be in shape. Because the way it works is there's relatively high... By civilian standards, they're pretty high. By military standards, meh, not that much. Fitness standards that you have to pass. There's minimum scores you have to meet for every single event on the fitness test, right? And there's a bunch of different events. Like there's T push-ups. Like yeah, I think the minimum for them is 21 in a 2-minute period. So that's for like upper body. There's the sprint drag carry, which is just cock and ball torture, the sports event. There's the 2-mile run, which you have to do in 19 minutes 30, I think it was. I don't know. They change the bloody number all the time. But yeah, relatively speaking. Wait, no, that wasn't my original point. Right. But if you fail one, which I actually failed my last one because they made me run it injured, you're given I think it's a month to get better, to like remedial it, and then you take another one again after a month, and if you fail a second one, it's just blanket, nope, get your ass out. You're out of the army. So yeah, the gentleman, basically everyone in the army is at least relatively well fit by civilian standards, because if you're not, they just kick you out.
Okay. I've got another question here for you.
Yeah.
Why, what's your inspirations for VTubing then? I mean, I know we talked about it a little earlier, but if you can go a little more after that.
Okay. So, to talk about VTubing, right, why I started VTubing, you need to talk about why I started streaming. I understand there's like a freaking 4-day difference between them, but hear me out, right? So, it's actually a wonderful story. The way I started streaming was me and my boy Buckets were in a Stellaris lobby, right? We were in the multiplayer menu, we were getting ready to load in. And I looked at him and I said, "Hey, Buckets." And he looked at me and he said, "Yeah?" And I was like, "We should, like, stream this to Twitch." And then he was like, "Yeah?" I'm sorry, this is infinitely funnier for me because I have Rain playing in the background on my just chatting screen. So it's just like awkward silence with the rain. But we streamed our first Stellaris session. Took a little bit of petard wrangling to get the software working. But Well, it went really well, actually. Met a few great, fantastic people. And then I decided, okay, I want to do this more. But I don't want to... I'd prefer to have a face cam. I don't want to do this like just a blank screen or just like a PNG that bounces up and down. So I want to do this with like a proper expressive persona. I'd prefer to just use a face cam. However, the army has rather strict policies about soldiers and social media. Namely, that soldiers are not allowed to have social media. So I need a way to hide my identity while still accomplishing that goal. And then I thought, wait a minute, Amelie, right? Lian Lee, Amelie, Amanda, whatever you want to call her. She's got like 700 aliases. But bit of a childhood hero of mine. Might have saved my life at one particularly depressive period. Wonderful lady. Don't care for her nowadays, though. She seems a little corporate to me. But, point being, I saw her, and I went, hey, anime. Why not? There's no reason not to. Except the price tag, but, well, money wasn't a problem.
Yeah. Those models are not cheap.
Yeah. I came across some that were actually like pretty relatively reasonably priced, especially the customizable ones on like Etsy. You can get those for like 15 to 60 bucks. But oh yeah, funny story. I was not a femboy. I am now, but I wasn't at the time I made the model, right? Because the whole idea behind the model, right, is that it's just a massive compilation of jokes that people used to have about me. Like in my old Warhammer communities. Oh, that's a whole period. Like the whole VR chat Warhammer community period. Lots of great times. Met some wonderful people. Met the woman I lost my virginity to. Met a lot of fucking pedophiles. It was slightly less wonderful during that period. My best friend turned out to be one. But that's besides the point, right? But I had a lot of people who knew me from there. That's where my chief friend groups were. And they had a lot of jokes about me. So, like, they used to joke I was a femboy because I had, like, a much stronger Midwestern accent at the time. So they used to joke that I was a femboy. Like, okay, the persona's a femboy. They used to... I believe my favorite nickname I ever received was the Silver Dragon. So, I'm a Silver Dragon. They used to joke that I'm a frickin' boomer because I am. So my hair is white.
Ancient.
Say again?
Ancient.
Yeah. Hey Dory, welcome to hell.
Yeah.
And then... Oh, the way I came up with the name Scalvier, actually, was during basic training. I was manually writing in a paper pencil journal, like a caveman, you know? Because I was thinking up lore for a new D&D world to pass the time, because I knew I was going to host a bomb-ass campaign when I got out, right? I needed a name for the main antagonist. Or not the main antagonist, but like the main threat. The super weapon. So, I had it in my mind, like, okay, Silver Dragon, why not? I need a name for this antagonist. So what I did was I took my piece of paper and I wrote 3 columns. And I wrote a start of name column, middle of name column, and an end of name column. And I just started writing random-ass sounds down in each column. And then I did like and then I picked out the ones I liked, like a slot machine wheel, to choose a name that worked. So Scalvier is actually a hybrid of the Skull from Skyrim at the start, and then the Veer part comes from Endandravair, which is a dragon from D&D. So the Skull, Endandravair, Scalvier.
A mixture of everything. That's cool.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. Then, so you only currently have the one outfit then?
Well, I can do this. I don't know if you saw that. I have a maid outfit.
I did. Do you think you would ever have like a full-on dragon form?
In lore, Scalvier... Oh yeah, I have like 6 paragraphs of lore. I have autism. But more importantly, he does have a partial dragon form in the lore.
Oh, that's neat. So then where do you think you would be on the power scale ranking?
Power scale ranking?
Power scale rating, yeah. It's like, I don't know, it gets a little too crazy.
If we're presuming Superman is a 10, 7 maybe.
Okay, wow, that's pretty strong. That's cool. Okay. Well, any questions you want to ask me? If you have any.
Yeah, I am quite curious. How'd you get the idea for the whole talk show thing?
You know, honestly, I've been wanting to do one for the longest time. For like, since the kind of second year. My second year of streaming. I'm like, oh, I want to do a talk show, and here we are.
Wait, how long have you been at this?
3.
Say again?
3. It's about to be 3.5 soon.
Hot damn! Nice!
I'm ancient. I'm an ancient VTuber.
Silence, ancestor.
I'm not Dusty, I swear.
I was actually, I tell you, as I was making fun of Hodo earlier, right? The reason for that is because she was trying to walk my baby boomer ass through using a noise filter, because, like, every time on my stream I use my keyboard, you can hear me clicky-clacking.
Ah, I see. I wouldn't know how to fix that without the proper additional things to the microphone.
That reminds me, I forgot to open Mixed Up. Hold on.
Don't do it.
I'm intelligent, I swear. I cannot believe they let me into the army. I'm a medic. I like operate on people.
They give you gauze. What the fuck do I do with this? What do I do with this?
We did actually have one just hyper intelligent gentleman. Not me, this was before I came here. But we had one fucking paragon of human intelligence who on a dare for like $15 like pulled out combat gauze, right? And the difference between regular gauze and combat gauze is combat gauze has this hemostatic stuff on it, right? Which is like it's almost like a stale breadcrumb kind of substance. But the point is, you stuff it into the wound, and it mixes with the blood in the wound and makes the blood clot.
Oh.
But if it's not in the wound, like before it's soaked, it's like a powdery, breadcrumby substance. It's pretty coarse. It feels a little bit like sandpaper. He just cracked one of them things open, twisted off like the powdery substance, moved it into a line with his card, and snorted it.
What?
Yeah. Fun thing, by the way, those things expand when they come into contact with fluid, you know, like water, or like water, or like saliva, or like mucus. He had to get surgery.
Not so smart after all, I see. Oh no.
Yeah, my favorite patient that I had to treat personally, it was like something out of a horror movie, I swear. I came down at 6:30. I'm tired as balls. All the lights are still off. And I get to the bottom, and I see a trail of blood coming into our building. Okay. That's not normal. So I go and I follow it into the building. Okay, it's in the building. It's following my exact path. It leads into my workplace. Into my workstation. To my specific workstation. And there's a dude there, propped up on the side of, like, the patient bed, with his face absolutely hidden behind a wall of gauze. And the gauze is all soaked with blood in the front, right? So
lovely.
So I go to ask him, like, what the hell did you do? And he tells me, like, he choked out, snorting all the way through. He tells me, I was playing Frisbee with my friends, and the Frisbee hit me in the face. I'm like, well, what were you playing Frisbee with? It turns out, you know, like the dumbbell bars they have at the gym?
Why would you play Frisbee with that?
Yeah, you know the circular rubber weights that people put on those?
Yep.
He was playing Frisbee with a 10-pound weight.
Oh, that'll do it.
What'd you expect, you frickin' silly goose?
No, some people, I swear.
Jesus Christ, you thick as dictionary. You a disappointment to your family.
Okay. So, do you have any projects coming up, or any projects you want to plan and try to get through?
One comes to mind. It may be happening tomorrow, or it may be happening a week from tomorrow. I kind of sort of went to these 2 different collab servers I'm in, and I went, hey guys, I have a mod that lets me take the lobby limit off of peak. Y'all want to come? I expected maybe 5 or 6 people total, counting me. I think I'm up to like 15, and I think I'm in danger.
It'll be fine. It'll be a grand old time.
I'm gonna have such a giant migraine by the time that thing's over.
It'll be great.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't help that the game doesn't scale with how many extra players there are.
It does not.
So you guys are gonna run out of resources really quick.
We're gonna be throwing each other off buildings for resources. It's gonna be magnificent.
Give me your cookies.
And then I suppose another smaller project is I need to find another funny man group of like rivals gents to hop up on. Rivals is one of the Rivals I think is the only game in the history of I've ever sweat. I'm actually really freaking good at Rivals. But myself and the leader of the last team I was on had we'll say a bit of a disagreement, and I got thrown off. So yeah, that's another like minor project. Like find more gentlemen to play Rivals with, because Rivals is infinitely more fun and infinitely more autistic when you've got fellow autists to play with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also find your team, son.
Yeah. I hope
And sadly with that, I was gonna say I did finish my drink, sadly.
I gotcha. I was just gonna say I hope they're not as crazy as the last one.
Oh yeah, no, actually that too. Like it's hard to find, trust me.
Yeah. To be fair, I can't talk much. There was a time when I was crazy. Oh, did I tell you about the time when I was crazy?
Does it involve a room of rubber rats?
Fuck. Most people don't see through it when I phrase it like that. I have like a whole bit. It goes on for like 5 minutes of me just talking about the rubber room.
I've had that bit happen to me, and it went on for a good 30 minutes.
Where the people, they take me, the people, they pull me away from my loved ones. Batman.
Have you ever thought about doing voice acting?
Actually, I did have an opportunity pop up a while back, and then myself and the director, or not the director, the director was actually a really chill gentleman, but there was this other, for lack of a better term, psychotic bitch on the team who took a bit of an issue with something I'd said online. And because she already had all her stuff done, and I hadn't done anything, I kind of got kicked off that project. But yes, I have actually been actively looking for VA work, because it's something I've been dreaming about for like the better part of a decade now.
Hopefully soon then, yeah. But
Yeah.
But yeah, the way this works is my drink is done. So with that said, on my channel we usually have a blank of the day. Do you have a message, a word, or something of the day for us?
Okay, here. I'm gonna part with some advice, gentlemen. Remember, a normal man will complain when he finds a hole in his pocket, but a wise man will use it to scratch his balls.
Wise indeed.
That's from that's from Confucius right there.
Wise indeed. We will use this very, very, very much to our advantage. I'm taking notes. Okay. Thank you again for coming on the talk show, and I hope you have a good rest of the night.
It's been a pleasure. Don't fall in, or if you do, wear protection.
I will. I'll make sure to remember.
All right. Godspeed.
Yeah.
Now that there was some funny shit. I'm sorry I couldn't talk more to you, Dory, if you're still there. But it was kind of like an active interview process, so I didn't want to interrupt. Okie doke. I think that might be it for me tonight, actually. What are we at? Hour and a half? That's more than I anticipated streaming today. I anticipated not streaming today. Until I abruptly remembered, oh crap, Talk Show. Alright, so... Oh, hold on. Ooh, sorry about that. But, yeah. I think this is the bit where I'm gonna go ahead and call my stream for the time being. So, thank you all for showing up. I hope you all had fun. Hope you all learned a little bit about me. And, yeah. Don't fall in. Love you guys. Bye!